Cardinal Tagle has just made an announcement that is shaking the Catholic world. Many are now asking, is he officially the new Pope? What is happening inside the Vatican? Today we will break down this shocking statement, the possible power shifts, and what it all means for the future of the Catholic Church. For centuries, the Catholic Church has been led by popes from Europe or the Americas. No cardinal from Asia has ever been seriously considered for the papacy, until now. Cardinal Tagle, known as the Asian Pope, has long been a respected figure within the Church, and his recent statement has set off a wave of speculation. To understand why this is such a historic moment, we need to look at Cardinal Tagle's journey. Born in Manila, Philippines, he grew up in a humble family. As a child, he spent time helping his mother sell goods at the market, listening to the struggles of ordinary people. These experiences shaped his deep empathy and compassion for the poor. When he became a priest, he did not seek power or recognition. Instead, he served in struggling parishes, sitting with families who had lost hope and offering them comfort. He became known as the Father of the Forgotten. His kindness and humility made him beloved among the people, and his rise in the Church was based not on ambition, but on service. In 2012, he was appointed a cardinal and gained global recognition. Unlike many high-ranking church officials, he rejected luxury, choosing a simple lifestyle. He spoke not in theological terms, but in stories that everyday people could relate to, stories of single mothers, orphans, and the poor. He became a symbol of a church that listens, serves, and loves, but his rise to prominence has not been without challenges. The Vatican is a place of tradition and power struggles. When Pope Francis introduced reforms to make the Church more inclusive, not everyone agreed. Many conservative cardinals feared that these changes would weaken the Church's traditions. As a result, Tagle's growing influence made him a target. During a private meeting of cardinals, a conservative leader challenged him, asking if change could threaten the Church's roots. Instead of arguing, Tagle told a story about a poor family in Manila. He said, "If the Church does not reach out to them, who will? If we cling to traditions while ignoring the suffering outside, are we truly the Church of Christ?" His words left the room in silence. The tension between tradition and reform became even clearer when Pope Francis made decisions that some cardinals opposed. Tagle, instead of fueling division, called for unity. "We may not see eye to eye on everything," he said, "but we are all here to serve God. We must walk together, not against each other." Tagle's speech at a major church conference further revealed his vision for the future. While others spoke of power and authority, he spoke about the poor, about healing, about bringing the Church closer to the people. Some conservative leaders saw this as a direct challenge to their vision of the Church, while millions of Catholics around the world saw hope. Then came the shocking moment. At a grand Vatican gathering with religious leaders from across the world present, Cardinal Tagle stepped up to the podium. He spoke about a visit to an African village where people, despite hardships, held on to their faith. Then, his voice grew firm and he declared, "Our Church is at a point where silence just won't cut it anymore. This is a historic moment. We must act." His words sent shockwaves through the Vatican. Was he preparing to lead the Church into a new era? Was he positioning himself as the next pope? Catholic media across the world broadcasted his speech. Some believed this was the start of a revolution, while others feared it was an attack on tradition. Conservative cardinals quickly gathered in private meetings, worried about what Tagle's words meant. "If we change too fast, will we lose what makes the Church, one cardinal asked. But Tagle's supporters saw it differently. "This isn't about abandoning tradition," one priest said. "It's about making our values truly come to life in a changing world." A few days after his declaration, Cardinal Tagle sat down for an interview. When asked about his speech, he smiled and said, "I am not calling for the dismantling of tradition. I am simply reminding all of us that our mission has always been to serve others. If the way we serve no longer meets the needs of the world, then we must adapt, not for our own comfort, but for the sake of those who need us." His message sent ripples through the Catholic community. Debates intensified about the Church's role in modern society. Some saw this as a step toward Tagle becoming the next pope. Others believed he was warning the Church that if it did not evolve, it risked becoming irrelevant. What does this mean for the future of the Vatican? Will the Church embrace change, or will it hold on to its centuries-old traditions? One thing is certain: Cardinal Tagle has ushered in a new chapter in Church history. His words have sparked conversations about compassion, action, and transformation. The eyes of the world are now on him. Are we witnessing the beginning of a new era for the Catholic Church? Could Cardinal Tagle truly be the next pope? And if he is, what changes will he bring? One thing is for sure: the Vatican will never be the same again.